Hello fabulous humans, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then well, hello, how you doing? Welcome. You just slipped into the most fabulous place on YouTube and I am so happy to have you here. Well, now that I have you here, before you get relaxed and get too comfortable, because it's easy to get carried away over here. It's very easy, but before you get carried away, you need to go subscribe to the channel, become part of the Glitter and Glam Squad so we can shine together. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will always be notified when I upload a new video. And while you're at it, hit the thumbs up button so YouTube knows that little me, I need a little shining, 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 yeah. Ooh, all of these winnings in this YouTube streets, okay? If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot to me. I truly, truly appreciate it. Now, today's video is all about layering in the springtime. You know, we're in spring, so we're going to be doing all things spring around here. So today's video is about layering, spring layering fragrances. Are you like me? Do you like to layer your fragrance to throw people off a bit so you smell unique? Personally, I love to smell unique, so I want you to ask me what I have on, because you'll be smelling one thing but then it's another, and then when you put them both together, it's giving money. So if you're like me, you like to smell like money, and you love to layer your fragrances, and you love spring fragrances because it's that time of the year. So if you want to know my top spring layering combos, then go grab yourself a cup of tea. I'm a tea drinker, or a cup of coffee, or you can do wine, or you can do Don Julio's, and come right back and let's get into it.
That night I said I was recording late. I wasn't recording late. I was just smoking, chilling, at a couple drinks.
Before we get into the meat and potatoes, you know, high heels on my tippies, buxom plumbing gloss that's on my lippies. Ooh, I'm telling you, Nikki, you have 48 hours to respond. This is in the shade Natalie, and that's what I have today with MAC Lip Pencil in Vino, and that's my lip combo. My first layering combo, I've talked about it a few times, and if you're not new here, then you know. This is from the house of Amouage, and whew, first of all, Amouage is a beast house. I think right now, I want to say they're like my number 2. You know, after Xerjoff, Amouage. Number 3 is up for grabs. Hey, you know, these fragrance companies, they need to woo me. It takes a lot to like woo me and win me over. So I'm opening up the number 3 slot to be wooed and wowed by the brands. But Amouage, Blossom Love, you know, Blossom Love is that spring scent that just, it blossoms. Let me tell you, when I first got Blossom Love, I think that this is like what happens with Amouage. The only Amouage that I felt like I got that was an instant love at first sniff to me was Portrayal. I think Portrayal. I'm thinking, oh, maybe Honor Woman too. But other than that, all my Amouage, I feel like when I get them, I'm like, oh, what's going on? When I first got Blossom Love, I was like, it's okay. Like, it wasn't doing much for me. I was stuck on Portrayal. But when I tell you right now, I think towards the end of the year, I started to appreciate Blossom Love, especially after Guidance. After Guidance, I developed a newfound love for Blossom Love. But I have been layering her. You know, I always layer her with Lilac Love. Lilac Love is a beautiful lilac heliotrope tonka beanie fragrance. It's like a gourmand, but it's not gourmand. Like, it's not a gourmand, but it has gourmand touches. Like, and then it's warm, it's comforting. It reminds me of a powder back in the day that my grandma used to use. I know it sounds weird, but it's so beautiful. And I love to layer both of them together, and it creates this amazing, unique combo that you have never experienced before. This is so good for springtime. I love to use Lilac Love a little bit more like in the cooler time, like in the fall sometimes. But I think that this is one of those fragrances that you can literally wear in the springtime. You can wear it in, I won't really reach for it in the summer, but I would wear it in the fall, and I can maybe wear it in the winter. This for me is springtime. This is summer, and it's like you can use this as a signature scent too, but it's very unique, very different, and both of them together, it is so beautiful. It's so unique. If you love to smell unique, first of all, then Amouage is the house for you. But if you want to smell unique, the unique of the unique, then you need to try these two together, because it just creates this magical, whimsical combo that I absolutely love. I absolutely adore it. It's so different. I've never heard anyone talk about it. So you're getting this here for the first time, unless you've thought about it, which I hardly believe that, because I'm the genius here. I'm just playing. But if you've thought about this, then you're a genius. These two together is amazing. By themselves, perfect, beautiful, but together I think they pair so well together, they layer so well together. My next spring combo, this is a combo. First of all, these fragrances, I don't even think I've talked about both of them on this channel before. And this is a new combo that I created this year because I was going through my collection. I was trying to see, what do I have? What have I not really, be talking about? Do I need to declutter? Do I need to bring it forward to wear in the month of April? Listen. And I was like, wait a minute, I love this too. I feel like whenever I'm doing a video, I don't mention these two fragrances by themselves or together, because BDK makes really beautiful fragrances. But I feel like sometimes whenever you're doing like a top 10, you're doing a video, you want to talk about 10 or 12 fragrances, they just don't make the cut. Like, they're right there, but then when you're ranking, they just be falling short. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Let me know if you have that experience too with BDK. Whenever you're thinking about fragrances, like they're there in the conversation, but then they just fall behind, and then they're like, you don't talk about them. But I have brought them out. These two together has been so beautiful, so unique. The first one, let's start here. This is the powerhouse. This is Passé Soir. Passé Soir had a minute. I think in 2022, she had a moment. This is ginger. You get ginger in here. It is such a beautiful scent that a lot of people really, really loved. And then we had some people that didn't. And I think this is a very good signature scent. This is that scent that I think is very pleasing, very universal. It gets the job done. When I ordered, I think it was Gris Chanel, this came, I got a sample of this. This is a fragrance from BDK that nobody talks about. It's called Nuit de Sable. Nobody talks about this. There's cardamom in here. There's rose. It's like a fermented rose to me. I used the sample and I went out and I was getting so much compliments, and it was in the spring, summertime. I was in love with this fragrance and I bought it. I just ordered a full bottle, but I don't talk about it. And I'm like, what? Why? But now that we're in spring, I brought both of them out and I wore them a couple of times already this spring, and it has been beautiful. I wore this two together one day to, I think I was going to pick up my son. And literally, I was getting compliments when I got into the daycare. I was getting compliments. I wore this another day as well when I went to the store. I was shopping and I literally was getting compliments. People were asking me like, wow, what is that? That is so unique. Like, what's that? It wasn't like you're, wearing gourmand where people are like, ooh, you smell edible, you smell this. Like, whoa, like, what is going on? Very unique. Like, what do you have? And I kept telling them it's BDK, Passé Soir, and this. They're like, what? I'm like, yes. Like, this is a combo that nobody has talked about. Nuit de Sable and Passé Soir together is such a unique, beautiful combo that you need to try for spring. My next spring layering combo, this is Baccarat Rouge 540. I know. But I am bringing Baccarat out, but I am bringing her with Gentle Fluidity Gold. You need to try this two combo. The first time I tried this two combo, I think it was in 2020, either 2020 or 2021. I tried this combo together, and then I also tried Baccarat with Oud Sa Imoun. In the fall and winter, that's when I use it. Spring and summer, you have to try Gentle Fluidity with Baccarat. This is Celine, the lady that loves Celine. This is giving quiet luxury. This is giving money, wealth in a subtle way. This is Old Money. This two together is so beautiful, so calm, so mellow, and it leaves a lingering effect. Like, you know, Baccarat leaves a sexy central, and it lasts like for weeks. It lasts for weeks and weeks on your clothes. And then Gentle Fluidity is just such a beautiful vanilla and juniper berry fragrance. Like, both of them together for springtime and summertime is so beautiful. If you want to smell seductive in an understated way, like you don't want to be loud like me, like you don't want to make a lot of noise with your fragrance, but you want to, this is not the type that will be like in your face and it's like beast mode, everybody. But when you come in, everybody's gonna smell you, but in a very fluid way, because you know, Gentle Fluidity, she's fluid. She's also one of those fragrances that pairs beautifully with a lot of fragrances. I'm just gonna go ahead and put Gentle Fluidity all over me. Okay. You know, sometimes when you spray fragrances on, especially a fragrance that maybe you don't use, like when the weather was cold, I wasn't using her much, and I just put that on, it just made me remember, like, fall in love. Like, how did you fall in love with hip-hop? Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, how did you fall in love with MFK? This just reminded me. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of Baccarat on top of it, and I'm gonna tell you this. Okay, now I smell it. I smell. I wanted to say, oh, I'm nose blind. I can't smell it, because you know how Baccarat goes. Sometimes you just can't smell it. But these two together, I smell luxurious already. Oh yes, I smell like money. Like, I smell like money. This is given, how much is money? This is given premium or nothing, okay? Big ballers. So I love these two together. By themselves, they're stunning. Together is beautiful. I know the scent profile is overdone. MFK feels like it has been used and abused, but it's still tried and true, like trusted. If you want to smell good, you want to smell beautiful, and you just want to smell like money in a very calm and sexy way, then Baccarat Rouge and Gentle Fluidity is the way to go. This is such an amazing, this is a dope layering combo. My next spring layering combo is from the House of Xerjoff. This is Accento Overdose layered with Herba Pura. Herba Pura, I love Herba Pura in the summertime, but these two together in the springtime is so beautiful. You know, here you get your aldehydes and your jasmine, you get pine. I don't know how that came in, but it is beautiful. But I always say, somewhere in here, in the depths of the ocean, at the bottom of this bottle, is a note that is in Herba Gold, and Herba Gold is an extension of Herba Pura. So there's something in here that's in here. So I like to put both of them together. It just creates this beautiful, sexy combo. And you know, Herba Pura is that girl that gives you compliments. Some people feel like she's a bit too musky. So maybe Herba Gold may be the way to go, but Herba Gold to me is so strong and powerful that I can't really layer her with anything. So whatever you layer her with, she's just going to overpower her. So it's not a fragrance that I want to layer with anything. This is a compliment getter. This just pulls in, it leaves a sexy central, is beast mode, it projects. The sillage is incredible. So when you're coming in, it's just so incredible. And when this to me is a very dress up, very elegant, very rich woman. But whenever I put her with Herba Pura, she comes down a couple of notches and becomes very relatable, very fun, very youthful. Then, you know, she goes from, you know, the Hermes and Chanel girl, and now she's fun. So she's like a Loewe, she's like a Prada. So she's now edgy. These two together is giving edgy. So if you want to smell edgy, you want to smell unique this spring, then you need to check out these two together. The next one I have is the Ultimate Spring Fragrance. I feel like for the past how many years she has had the crown, the title. You know, her crown has been tilted a bit. You know, new contenders have been coming up in the game. She's getting a bit older. Delina by Parfums de Mali, layered with, this is an oldie but goodie combo since last year. My friend put me on this combo and I have not looked back. And when I wear these two combos together, my husband loves this. He actually loves this because all the times I've worn this combo together, he has always asked me, oh, what are you wearing? I'm like, and he's a kind that whenever he asks me what I'm wearing, that means he likes a fragrance, because sometimes he would just act like I'm not like smelling good. He would just ignore it. He always asks me when he knows that, when he really likes it. Or if he doesn't like a fragrance, he would be like, what's that? But if he said, what are you wearing? Then I know it's hidden. And every time I wear these two together, especially when it's like date night, I love to layer these two. Once I get in the car and the air just hits, whew, this fragrance takes over. And he's always like, what you got? I'm like, you like it? He's like, mm-hmm. He's like, it's nice. It's nice. I'm like, when he says that, then it's hidden. Then he starts to think about his fragrance, like he did not come harder. Then he'll mention it again, like, oh, this fragrance is very good though. I'm like, okay. What's the name of the fragrance? I'm like, it's Parfums de Mali and Love Don't Be Shy. Together is so beautiful. My friend put me on. Hey Cece, if you're watching, she put me on this combo and I have been on this combo ever since. This is such a beautiful, sexy fragrance. This is the fragrance you wear when you want, you want the guys to respond. This is a date night fragrance. This is when you're going for dinner. You want to smell seductive. You just want to smell like a pretty girl. Like, this is a pretty girl fragrance. Who did I put this fragrance on? I think I put this on Nicki. I feel like Nicki will smell like this, like Nicki Minaj. I think that she would smell like this. I know this one, we were told that this one is a Rihanna fragrance. Another person that I feel like smells really good and fun and flirty in that way is Saweetie. But remember, we gave her Kayali Silk Santal. We gave her that one. So this combo together, I'm giving it to Nicki Minaj because it's, first of all, it's pink. And both of them together, it's sexy, it's edible, but then we're getting rose, we're getting rhubarb and lychee and incense, and in here we're getting orange blossom, marshmallow, sugary vibe. This is such a delicious, sexy fragrance that you need to try together. My next combo is another one from Xerjoff. This is More Than Words. This is rose and oud, but then it has fruits, so it has fruity touches to it. This fragrance smells like oil money. Very unique, very different. This reminds me of Rose d'Arabi by Amani Privier, so they're very, very similar. This is really good for fall, for winter, for spring. It's such a great fragrance. It smells incredible. It smells rich. It smells lavish. However, La Ma by Kajal, this is pineapple, and then you get rose in here. The first time I smelled La Ma, it was a love, like it was not just a love, it was an obsession. I was obsessed, like, what? This is crazy. This is so good. I'm just gonna go ahead and spray a little bit of La Ma on my wrist just so I can experience her. Very good atomizer, by the way. The pineapple is so ripe, it's so good. And then topped with the rose and oud, because there's also rose in here. There's jasmine in here. There's magnolia. You get vanilla, amber, musk, and cashmere with cedar in the base. And the pineapple is in the top notes. You get apples here and red berries. So it's like a fruity floral fragrance. The pineapple is so ripe and juicy. In here, you get rose, you get oud, and you getting fruit. So you're getting the fruit. It's like a fruity basket. You're getting rose, which is already in here. And we already have fruits in here. And then you add the oud together. Whew. This smells like a Middle Eastern delight. Like this combo, I feel like this combo is a Middle Eastern perfume that hasn't been released. Maybe, maybe the Lord is trying to tell me something, because these two combo together is incredible. What's someone trying to steal this combo that I just created? But both of them together is incredible for springtime. It's a burst of pineapples and apples here, and here has fruits and oud and rose and jasmine. This is so beautiful, and you need to get your hands on it. La Ma is that girl. Between the both of them, if I were to recommend you getting one, if you don't have either or, I would say La Ma, because La Ma is that girl. It's the pineapple in here is so good. Like Last year, I was obsessed with Lamar. It was so good. And now I found a way to love her even more, and that's to layer her with More Than Words by Xerjoff. My next spring layering combo is La Vie est Belle Extrait de Parfum. This is the surprise spring fragrance over here. I'm like, what's going on? Now here, this is not a sweet fragrance by any means. La Vie est Belle is Iris. The Iris now, hey mom, is speaking through. This was such a surprising fragrance for me because I never thought like designer could go this route. So the top notes you get frankincense and red fruits with bergamot. The middle notes you get iris and rose, and in the base you get oud. If I want to make it sweeter, that's where my sis, look at my dent. I think that by the end of this year, I'll probably get another bottle. This is another surprise winner for me this year. This is Casablanca by Swiss Arabia. This is, to me, is apples and caramel. So it's like when you have a whole apple and you dip it in caramel, and then, you know, the apple dipped in caramel. That's just what I get from here. The first time I smelt it, I don't know, maybe it was a different batch, but when I first smelt it, I felt like it was nice. It was okay. Nothing groundbreaking. But now this one is like, what's in here? Like, I use it with all the fragrance. You know, this is our swinger fragrance. She goes with everybody. So she's all season. In the spring, now she's going with La Vie est Belle. In the winter, she was going with Monica Sanad. She'd just be changing. She changed lovers over here. She's just going through these fragrances like pow, pow, pow. In the summer, I don't know who she's going to go with in the summer, but she was getting it freaky dicky with Monica Sanad, and she was killing it. And now she's with La Vie est Belle, and these two together has been so beautiful. For the longest, I was wondering, like, why is this combo so magical? And then I checked the notes. The top notes, you get apples and grapes. In my head, this has red berries, but this has apples and grapes. In the middle notes, you get white woods, you get patchouli and iris. And you know, here is heavy on the iris. And then you get caramel, amber, suede, balsam, and musk. I think that that's why these two go so well beautifully together. My last spring layering combo is by Louis Vuitton. This is Ombre Nomade. You know, this is my powerhouse fragrance. I love me some Ombre Nomade. This is deep, it's dark. This takes me to, this is gonna get the borders of Saudi Arabia open too, because it's Qatar, it's Dubai, it's Saudi. But in the springtime, first of all, you know, in the wintertime, I love to layer it with Intense Cafe. But in the springtime, Fenty Eau de Parfum. These two together is so sexy, is so beautiful. And listen, Fenty is having a moment with me right now. It's so unique. The last time I also used this around the house, I wore this a couple of days ago. When my husband was like, what do you have? What did you spray that took over the house? I was like, took over the house? I never thought that Fenty was a fragrance that was going to take over the house. He's like, what did you spray that took over the house? And I said, oh, that was Fenty. He's like, oh, that's really good. I like it. Like, he actually likes it to the point where he feels like he can wear it. The only reason why he's not going to wear it is because it's Fenty. That's the only reason. You know how guys are. It's because it's Fenty. And it's like Fenty by Rihanna. If not, he was like, oh, I really, really like it. And then he put that on him. And he's like, this is really good. So I love to layer both of them together in the spring. Here you get blueberries. There's rose. There's magnolia. There's incense. And this is, for me, the rose here is not prominent. It's very oudy. So mixing both of them, it gives me like a fruity oud combo. Fruity oud and rose combo. That's what I get from both of them. So Ombre Nomade, oh, my dent is beginning to dent, by Louis Vuitton. Fenty Eau de Parfum by Rihanna. Both of them together, very sexy, very intoxicating. It's good for when you're going out for parties. Very dressy. Both of them together is very, very dressy, and I absolutely love this combo. I don't know about you, but that was quite a combo. Now, my honorable mention is my combo from last year. I know I moved on to the new ones from Xerjoff, but last year this combo had me in a chokehold, and that is Ouverture by Xerjoff layered with Muse by Xerjoff. These two together took me through last spring, so I had to give them the title of honorable mention because I was obsessed with this combo. And I wore this combo recently as well, and I was still feeling like I felt last year. And now let me tell you, this was instant love at first sniff. Like, it felt like there was in here. Now when I smell Muse, I have been loving Muse lately. Like, Muse is such an underrated gem by Xerjoff. The plum notes in here is exquisite. Like, it's so good. The plum and the leather, it is such a juicy plum. And then here you get fig with incense. These two together is exquisite for spring. Whew. That was quite a list. That was quite a list. Do you have any of these fragrances that I mentioned? Have you tried any of these layering combos that I've talked about? I know a couple of them I've talked about before, like the Muse and Ouverture, the Blossom Love and Lilac Love, and the Delina and Love Don't Be Shy. I think I've talked about that one as well. So let me know if you've tried any of the combos that I've talked about. And give me recommendations for your spring combo. What fragrances in the springtime have you been layering together so I can check out? And give me recommendations for spring combos that you have been trying. What fragrances in your collection, spring fragrances that is, have you been trying and layering together that smells amazing? You know, we want to smell like money, wealth, and riches. And the second one, we want to smell seductive. We want to get the guys, you know, so they can open up their wallets. Those are the two combos over here. So money and we need more money. We need to smell like money, and then we need to get money. So let me know in the comments below. As always, all the fragrances that I talked about will be listed down below in the description box for the cheapest price I can find available, because I always want to save some coins, okay? I will try my best to find the cheapest price available. Hopefully a lot of them will be on Jama, because if it's on Jama, you know you will save a coin or two. So like I always say, in all things, what are we going to do? We're going to add glitter. Whenever you're in doubt, add more glitter. And when all else fails and your back is against the ropes, your back is against the wall, what do? Listen, I am bringing out Gentle Fluidity Gold, because I feel a bit luxurious and I want my clavicle to get some love. And the vanilla in here is so beautiful. Yes. And I'm going to also put more of the Baccarat, because I already started with this, so we might as well end it with this. Oh, I smell like money. I smell like money. Money, money, money. In a rich man's world, I smell like money. But guess what I'm still gonna do? I'm gonna add more glitter. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Of course, you're gonna see me in another video. Where am I gonna go? If I go, who's gonna give you the best layering combos? Because we still got a layering combo coming like in the summertime. So who's gonna give you the summertime one if I don't come back?